love the fact that I can create appliques directly on the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 3. With just a touch of a button, we can open up a Create Applique tab, and I'm going to show you all the ins and outs. Hi, I'm Sarah from sewingmastery.com, and we're doing all the free video tutorials on this beautiful machine, and there is a link in the description to all the current tutorials, free ones, that we have done, along with our most popular online courses that we recommend to our Epic 3 owners. Keep in mind, our courses are designed that once you purchase them, you own them for life, as well as an option that you can find in the course curriculum to preview a handful of lessons to see if that course is right for you. I will tell you, I have recently updated this machine, and Create Applique does show at the bottom of my screen. I am going to mention this because if you happen to have an older version, this does not show on your screen down here. There's like you'll have to scroll or slide like some of our menus are, and it will pop up. So if that is the case, make sure that you download the most current version, or your dealer, when they service it, can also do that for you. But I've noticed that it's popped back up where I can find it, and it should live on the bottom part of your screen. So let's open up Create Applique. Back in the day, this was called Applique Creator. When you get to this section, we have some options to start with. For example, if we want to create a circle or a shape, our first options is to open up, and we have basic shapes, and as we have what's called dingbats, those are other fun shapes that we can turn into applique. So when we do make these shapes, if you've done an applique before, that means it's going to do the stitch, and then it stops, you lay your fabric, it does another stitch, you cut it down, and then the third stitch is actually like the final decorative stitch or satin stitch that goes around that particular shape. So for fun, let's just go ahead, let's just do a heart, and it will come up with some basic shape. So the first thing to do is to take a look at what is called an autofill area. These stitches, and I think there's like 17 stitches, yes, are immediately available for you to select, and it will put it around the shape that you see on screen. So just with a touch. And what it means by autofill is that when we adjust the size, so if I make it smaller or larger, can you see that the stitches are added or subtracted? Super easy. So it's going to kind of keep everything in proportion. So that's a great way to start out, is to even just try some of these autofills. I do love the candle wicking stitches, and this one is actually a fun one. It's kind of a it's a satin stitch, but it has kind of a jagged edge. It looks better stitched out than it does on screen, trust me. Some of these other ones, as we take a look, and here, let's just zoom in a little bit, and then we can really see the stitches as they are showing on the shape right there. If you don't want a traditional shape, another option is to have letters as shapes. So we could pick an A, for example, and it'll just keep the last stitch that you have on screen and transfer it over to the new shape. And you do have all the letters and numbers for you to pick from. Now the other thing that let's take a look at, let's zoom back out so we can see the hoop, is, and right now this hoop is the 240 by 150. So if I had picked a ginormous hoop, because this machine has some amazing large hoops, you would be able to take this applique option and expand it as big as you want. So for today, I'm going to just kind of keep it within the playground I currently have set. But if you wanted a filled-in applique that was a letter A and it was to fill one of your large hoops, you can do it. And it will prompt you for those cutting and the placement of your fabric, and then go around with that particular stitch that you have picked. Now here's one more thing that you can do. You can actually apply an embroidery design of your choice, or even a decorative stitch of your choice. So let's just kind of start off. You do want to start with picking something small, and there is, from your built-in designs, a category towards the end called small. So these little cute little flowers can actually be selected, and I'm going to touch and hold. and it will place it on your design. Now at this point, you're in control of how many designs it will take to fill in your shape. So as you'll see, depending on your size of design, it might take more or less. You might change it as you go here, but here we go. It's putting them in kind of proportional, I'm noticing in the middle and the outside, until they kind of all come together. So I feel there's enough connecting, maybe one more across the top here. So it looks like it is full. And then all you need to do to confirm what you have is to touch the green check mark on top. So just know that you can use any of your embroidery stitches or your decorative stitches from the sewing side to apply to your shape. And when you go to stitch it out, it's ready to stitch. Now, one thing about this one, being that it has actually 3 colors, there's 2 colors for the petals. There's kind of a light dark blue and a dark blue, and then the yellow center. That's one thing you can actually do is go in and do a color sort and a color block merge, and then it will stitch like all the first color, like all the light blue and then all the dark blue, and then finish with the centers or whatever the order is for this design. And then that way it's not stopping and telling you to change color and then change color, and then it goes to the next design and color, color, color. So there are some things. We'll put a video for how to do the color block sort and color block merge to really help you understand how that is such a wonderful time-saving feature. All right, if you want to save this, you can save it, but try out some new things that you can do all built in. And the reason I was so excited about this is because these are features that used to be only found in the embroidery software. So you had to buy the software and to even get these, and now they're putting them on the machine. So if you haven't tried these out, give it a try. Try some different sizes, try some different shapes, try some letters, and I think you'll be kind of surprised of all the options that you have right here at your fingertips. Make sure you're clicking like on all of our videos as you watch them, and if you're not already, we appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel as well. Happy appliquing!